This is what it means to have an Aries midheaven in online business. The midheaven is my favorite placement to work with when it comes to business astrology and how to use it to actually grow and scale your online business. And in this video, we're going to be talking all about the Aries midheaven and different ways that you can use it to specify exactly what your online business should be or refine it to better fit your midheaven sign. So if you're an Aries midheaven and you want to know what the best business for you actually looks like, then keep watching. So let's really break down what it means to have an Aries midheaven. Aries is a fire cardinal sign. So when we think about Aries, the first thing to consider is that it falls into the fire element and it also falls into the cardinal modality. So while the element of a sign can really help us to determine what are some common themes that best pertain to that sign, the modality really gives us insight into how to further personalize that. So with Aries specifically, being a cardinal fire sign really connects back to that ability to lead first. Aries has this reputation of being the first, the child beginning the zodiac. So it has this reputation of both being very independent and also being a leader, whether it recognizes that on its own or that's recognition that you're getting from other people. And so this is one of the biggest things that you can be leaning into when it comes to creating an online business that best aligns to your Aries midheaven. You really want to consider how you can create your business that is centered really around you. And I think this is a really special advantage that the fire midheaven signs have versus the other elemental signs, because fire is linked to passion. It is captivating. It is very fiery and lit up from within. And so there really is this permission slip that you have from your birth chart to lean into the things that literally light you up, that excite you, that you want to be talking about, versus creating a business that you think other people want but don't actually excite you. If you already have an online business, is this something that you actually want to be doing, or is it something that maybe is better suited to a past version of you but no longer aligns? You have permission to change and to shift in order to align it to what it is you are actually willing to commit to and to show up with. Now, the cardinal modality is also very important when we're considering the Aries midheaven. The cardinal modality is really linked to the initiation of something. So this is really talking about the beginning, the initiation, the start of something new. And so cardinal midheaven signs do really well in spaces where they can best support their people in doing exactly that, starting a new process or initiating something or just getting started with something. So you may find that you do your best work as an online service provider with supporting your clients in the beginning stages of something. And when you think about it, this actually aligns perfectly with the Aries midheaven, because supporting your clients around an idea that is new, that is fresh, that's where all the excitement is, right? That's where the party really begins. You have all this energy, you're lit up, you're excited about the potential of this new thing, but maybe you don't necessarily know what steps you need to take and you're feeling really overwhelmed by the information. You want to just know what it is to do so that you can get to the action. That's where the Aries midheaven does its best work. And so this may be an area for you to really shine as an online service provider. Maybe you do your best work in perhaps supporting newer entrepreneurs or folks that are newer in the niche or the industry that you serve. Or perhaps you specialize in a particular beginning stage of the process that you specialize in. You definitely want to take this and apply it to where it makes the most sense for you in your business. But that is really going to be a great use of this cardinal fire energy and finding the space that merges both what you are excited about, what you are passionate about in the work that you do, and also where you can best support your clients in initiating or starting or beginning a new process. Now, something that I want you to keep in mind is that this doesn't mean that you have to think of something that is a brand new idea that no one has ever heard of. Instead, this is really focusing in on your particular experience with this process, maybe even your particular viewpoint of why this particular stage or this particular area of expertise that you have is worth specializing in and focusing in on for your clients. Another thing to consider when we're talking about the Aries midheaven is that Aries is ruled by Mars. So you can also get a lot of inspiration from Mars as the planet, as one of the 7 traditional planets. Mars is a malefic planet, meaning that it is a planet that usually brings about more challenges than it does sense of ease. And so wherever it's placed in your chart, this can really speak to, do you tend to experience more challenges in this area of the chart, in the themes of the house that your Mars placement is in? Also, taking into consideration what sign your Mars may fall into also can give you a lot of inspiration with how to work with this energy and also how to translate this for your business as well. Mars can be really challenging to work with because it is a planet that is very direct, it's very action oriented, and there's also this strategy element to it, but more so in strategizing in how to do the thing. So it's not like Mercury, which is the planet of commerce and communication and thinking and ideas. Mercury loves to sit and ponder about things, but Mars really wants you to prioritize doing the thing and gathering the information that's needed and necessary to make it real first, and then you can make it pretty later. This is really great energy to actually work with if you're somebody that is more of a procrastinator and you struggle with initiating and taking action around your particular ideas, or if you find that your clients fall into this category of thinking, then Martian energy can really be something that you specialize in within your business, in being known and building your reputation around helping your clients to take action, to stop overthinking on that idea that they've had, that they wanted to get started in their business for forever. You are the coach or the consultant or the online service provider that they go to when they need that kick in the pants to actually do the thing and to get started, and give them the steps on how to start it so that they can perfect it and make it closer to their vision later on. But first, it has to exist first. That's really the magic of having an Aries midheaven and working with this Martian energy. Now, the decans can give you a secondary planetary ruler to work with when it comes to the planets to focus on. There are 3 decans that Aries falls into: Mars, the Sun, and Venus. And what's interesting about all 3 of these planets is that they all share a lot of the same values as Aries. They all really value that desire, that drive, that motivation. That's very Martian. But also with the Sun and Venus, there's motivation and a desire to take action for different reasons. The Sun is a very fiery planet, but it's also our daytime luminary. So it is the planet that is going to bestow light during the day, but it's also going to be the most consistent luminary because it rises and sets every single day. Even if there are clouds or trees or buildings in our way, the sun is still out every single day. It is shining and it is providing light to everyone. And so the sun also connects back to our vitality and what personally motivates us and drives us to do a thing. It also can connect back to your personal interests and desires. So in this way, both Mars and the sun go back to personal desire. And we also have Venus too, which is the planet of love, beauty, the pleasures in life, right? It thrives in the 5th house, which is all about the good things in life, the pleasures of life, the things that we enjoy and that make life really worth living. So no matter which planet rules your particular midheaven decan, this can really speak a lot to how you can better infuse and have that permission slip from your birth chart to support your personal desires and use that to lead and to solidify your particular way of building a successful business. I really love this midheaven because, again, you have that permission slip and this natural advantage in your birth chart to lean into what you naturally are inclined to do. Your passion, your desire for the thing is the permission slip to do it. You don't need to be waiting for other people to validate what it is that you're doing. In fact, it's going to be more supportive for you to move first and then get that feedback later that other people are onto it, because your permission slip is that nudge, is this desire, is this initiation of thoughts to do this thing. Now let's get into the particular online business that is best suited for you when you have an Aries midheaven. So first, let's talk about the best business model. Your business model is the most important foundation to your business because without the right business model, your business is going to struggle to be successful because it is just misaligned to who you are and how you are designed to thrive. So the importance of your business model cannot be understated. It's like choosing the foundation for where you're going to be building your house. You can have the sturdiest materials, but if the ground underneath is not stable, the whole house is going to crumble. So when it comes to choosing the right business model, you want to consider that with your Aries midheaven, this is really about having the support and the structure from your business to do business your way. Aries midheaven is all about that initiation, that independence, and that drive to be very passionate. So not only do you need to create space for your creativity to thrive, but you also need a lot of space to do things your way. So that means really leaning into space where you can build your personal brand and how that's going to be a lot more important to you than it may be for other folks who have different midheaven signs. You need the space to create thought leadership, to build a reputation around what it is that you are passionate about, and to create your processes and your frameworks centered around your particular experience. This also works really well for you when you get into other business foundations like your visibility and your marketing because your audience is going to be attracted to you because they desire to see these things. We want to know your perspective. We want to know what you think about this. We want to know your thought process with something. So you need to have a business model that is going to best support you in doing things your way rather than moving through a script of this is how everyone should be creating business. Your job with an Aries midheaven is to come in and be like, actually, no, this is my way of doing it. This is how you're going to find your way, or how you can also use my way because it's the best way. And here's why. You need the space to be able to do that. Now, when it comes to your offers, especially creating, choosing, and refining your signature offer, which I believe everyone should have, you're going to do best in offers that guide clients through your process. So if the business model that works best for your midheaven sign is the one that supports you in doing things your way, your signature offer where you can really thrive is going to allow your clients to really know what your process is, what your way is, and most importantly, how they can use it in their own lives, in their own business, etc. That's it. So this offer is going to do two things. You really want it to have space to hold your process or your framework to actually lay down what the steps are, what the process is, how to actually get there to achieve the solution, how to achieve the thing, how to do the thing. What is your process for doing the thing? Your signature offer is going to be where you showcase A to Z, top to bottom, in detail what that process is, and then also have the space to support your clients in making it their own. I think that's also the other aspect to the Aries midheaven that is so important in business. It's not just about having clients and building a community with folks that are looking to just copy paste your brilliance into their work. You do really well when you work with clients that know the value of independence and creating their own unique IP. So they're using, yes, your process and your framework to start the thing, but ultimately they're using it to start their own thing. You're helping them to both move through this process, but also uncover what their thing is and how to do it in a way that actually is going to work for them. So when it comes to visibility and marketing, which is one of my favorite foundations to focus on, this is really looking to what are the platforms that are going to best support your energy as an Aries midheaven business owner. So looking at video content, absolutely is going to be the best content type to focus on when you have an Aries midheaven. YouTube, TikTok, even Instagram short form content. Doesn't really matter what platform you choose, but utilizing and prioritizing video content when you have an Aries midheaven is one of the best content types to support your work because video is dynamic. You're able to see really the totality of someone and experience them almost like in real time, even if it's not a live video, because video content allows you to record your audio, your visual. You get to go beyond just reading and interacting statically with someone, but you're able to really get a sense of their personality. You can add in your own jokes, your own quips, even your background, your physical space that exists within video can tell a lot about a person. So you can really utilize this with your Aries Midheaven in showcasing video and using it primarily as your core content type, and then maybe repurposing to other content types from your video content. The other thing that you want to consider is that thought leadership content is really going to be what helps to drive business and sales back to your signature offer and into your business model overall. Really showcasing your thought process, your perspective, your solution to the problem that your clients are experiencing. And you're really doing this in a way that is showcasing that your solution is the best. Help us see why your solution is the best. Why should we work with you over Joe Schmo down the street? Not just because you have an Aries Midheaven, but because you know that you're brilliant. You know that your way works. So you can create thought leadership content that really speaks to the heart of the matter, that is very blunt, very direct, right? That also showcases a lot of personality, that is doing things in a way that is just different from what everyone else is doing. And that's what is going to resonate and be authentic for you. And then lastly, you want to consider your energy management. With your Aries Midheaven, you want to be mindful that you allow your business model to create the structure that allows your creativity and your leadership to thrive. And what I mean by this is you want to make sure that you create space for the structure and systems to operate maybe without you. You want to spend majority of your time as a business owner in doing the front-facing work, creating your content, creating your video content, and then also working directly with your clients. That's really where you're going to shine and do your best work. But maybe the behind-the-scenes stuff that are required to run your business, like sending emails, setting up the funnels and the frameworks inside of your program, maybe that doesn't light you up as much, right? But it's still required in order for you to deliver on your work and to do your best work as an online service provider with your clients. So the solution to that is creating the structure needed within your business model in order to support both of these things. This can look like hiring additional help as well in the form of hiring actual humans or hiring technology to help fill in those gaps, to create repeatable systems so that you can spend more time creating that dynamic content, that thought leadership content, and spending time with your clients and helping them to get the process and make it their own versus spending all your time and locking up your unique brilliance in creating funnels and writing emails and being behind the scenes. You need to be seen. You need to be at the forefront of your work. And so that's really going to allow you to best thrive as an online business owner with an Aries Midheaven. With all this in mind, you actually have everything that you need to take stock of where your business is currently and where you can use your Aries Midheaven to make some necessary adjustments. But if you want to take it a step further and really take your Aries Midheaven to the next level in your business, and I want to invite you to work with me inside of my signature course, the Midheaven Method. This is my signature course program where I work with you to infuse not just your Aries Midheaven, but also bring the totality of your birth chart into your business foundation and strategy so that you can grow and scale your online business. Inside the program, you'll walk away with not just step-by-step guidance on what this looks like, but also a sustainable business strategy, clarity on how to position, and most importantly, how to align your business that truly feels like you and is sustainably successful as well. The link to enroll in the Midheaven Method can be found in the description below, so definitely make sure that you check that out. I can't wait to see you inside of the Midheaven Method and in the next video.